All right, guys, so we got to rebuild all these electric motors that are in this oven, but we're going to start with this little guy right here. We have a large 700 horsepower motor coming tomorrow, so I just want to knock one of these out. First of all, I need to deal with this little junction box right here because it's in my way to actually wind this electric motor. I don't want to just rip that little box out because otherwise we're going to have loose wires in here, so I'm just going to bend it over the side so I can work around it. Now we have to start ripping all these coils out, but we need to count the amount of turns, but also pay attention that we have groups of 2 and groups of 1, so each phase is going to have 4 groups of 2 and 4 groups of 1. That gives us a total of 8 groups or 8 poles per phase, but notice too that our group of 1 has a span of 1 to 4 and our group of 2 has a span of 1 to 3 and 1 to 5. This motor is designed to be ran on 460 volts and it is a 1Y connection. I was able to actually find the 1Y inside of this, even though they didn't use any sleeving, they didn't use anything to separate any of these coils, insulation materials, or anything like that. After we've got all those coils ripped out, we'll use some walnut shells to blast this thing clean. I'll spray it with an insulation paint and we can start insulating our slots. So we're using a Nomex Mylar Nomex slot liner paper, and I know that salad over there is catching your eye with my great value tangy Italian dressing, but let's focus on the task at hand here. So after we've inserted all of these coils, then we need to move on to making our electrical connection inside the electric motor. Now if we mix match any of these coil ends up, this electric motor is simply not going to work, but we do have to braze every one of these connections. We need to make sure we have a good connection and that it is the correct connection. My favorite test to do as soon as I'm done with doing all our connections is to just throw a 9-volt battery on this thing and run a compass through it, and we can identify all 8 of our poles. So this is going to operate around 900 RPM.